It's Wolf here with a CD review. First off, let me say sorry if I sound a little bit quieter in this video. I'm recording the audio for this at like midnight on a Wednesday, and I don't want to bother the people who live near me. But I wanted to get the CD review done because I just listened to the CD, and I figured I might as well get it done while it's still pretty fresh on my mind. So we're going to be looking at Varsity Singles. Now, I believe on the Varsity Bandcamp website, this has a different name. It's like the album, not the album, the title of it is two different singles with like a slash between them, because this is like a collection of singles, so it's not really a full album. It's more of an EP, really. Also, I don't believe this is for sale physically at all anymore. If you look on the Bandcamp website, you'll find that they had cassettes, but only 100 of them, and they're all sold out. I bought they don't have it listed for sale on a CD on the Bandcamp either. I bought this actually in person, which brings up another point. I actually have met Varsity. I bought this in person from them along with a few cassettes that I'm going to eventually review. Really cool people. Check them out. I wait till the end to talk about like whether or not I like their music. I like their music. Check them out. Like I said, I met them in person. They're all very friendly. It was just really cool experience to meet with them. They came into the concert at my college, so that's how I got to meet them and everything and buy all the stuff from them in person. Anyway, though, as for the actual CD, so on the cover here you see Varsity Singles. There's the title. There's the EP name, because I'm considering this more of an EP than a full-on album. So there's that. The actual form factor of this case isn't really a case. It's more of a sleeve, like a cardboard sleeve, which is fine. It works for what this is. I think that in some ways they might have kind of screwed themselves a little bit by calling it Varsity Singles if they ever want to release another collection of singles, because they've already used the name like Varsity Singles, so they'd have to be like Varsity Singles 2 or something like that. But whichever. You also have a bunch of little like cutouts of different pictures and drawings and stuff on the front there. Yeah, I mean it's cover art. I don't really have much else to say. The thing with Varsity's music is I don't really know if there's exactly like a specific way that I visualize it, so I don't really think that there's a lot for me to say about whether or not I think the cover art fits, because I don't know if there's really a visual thing that goes along with the tune of Varsity so much. So yeah, I think the cover looks good. You got the band, you've got the title of this, which is just Singles, and yeah, there's that. Now usually I would look at the side, but given that this is only really an envelope, like a sleeve sort of, there isn't really a side. The side is just red, and there's no words on it. There wouldn't really be room to print words on it, which like I said, I do prefer like jewel cases or full-on cardboard cases, but given that this is only a 6-song EP, there's really not a lot to say about. Plus, that the fact that this isn't even really normally available physically, I don't believe, unless you're at a live show of theirs or you bought the cassette, but the cassette is sold out. So, I mean, for what it is, I think it's better than, like, I mean, it's good. I don't want to say it's better than nothing, because that sounds kind of mean, but it's good for what it is, a limited like release physical copy of an album, well, EP, that is usually digital. On the back we have the track list up in the top left corner. Pretty similar thing going on with like cutout of pictures and then like some like scribbles on there, 2 little red crayon scribble looking things. Like I said, I think it all kind of fits together. Like it fits with the front, so that's good. It's not like vastly different than the front or anything. They kind of have that same ongoing theme. There's no barcode on here, which is another reason why I believe that this might not be for sale normally, except for at live Varsity shows. And like I said, also couldn't find it online. You have the info down the bottom left about, production and stuff like that. I will say the track list is nice. However, I believe that it might be out of order, because the song So Sad, which is actually one of Varsity's like biggest hits. It actually became a meme after I bought this CD. I kind of wish I had done this review earlier on, so that way I could have hit that like meme mark. But So Sad is arguably their best known single, because like TikTok and memes have kind of blasted that one a little bit. Not a super duper amount, but it's got a pretty hefty amount of views on YouTube and everything. And anyway, what I'm getting at here is So Sad is listed as the second track on this track list, but it's not actually the second track. These play out of order. Looking at it, they might actually go in the reverse order, but I'm not completely sure. I don't remember exactly what order they were in, and especially the only song that I particularly knew of beforehand was So Sad. So yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. I do think that if you have a track list, though, it should probably be in order, but like I said, though, it might also just be reversed, which could be interesting. There's no insert to this because, as I said, it's really just a cardboard sleeve. There's not actually that much to it. The CD itself has Varsity Singles on it with another kind of crayon mark on there and the same sort of I guess like pink and red sort of color scheme going on, so it fits with the case, which is nice, and has the title of the band and the EP, which is good because, as I've said before, you ever lose a case or whatever, then you still have the info. That's pretty much it for the actual physical attributes of this album. I keep saying album when it's really more of an EP, but whichever. So on to what I think of the actual music. Now, like I said, I already actually said earlier in the video that I enjoy Varsity's music and that I also have met them in person. They're really cool. I will say it's definitely a little bit different than the type of music I normally review on this channel. I feel like a lot of the CDs that I've reviewed lately have been rap music. I do have other types of music reviews coming out soon. I just haven't gotten around to them yet. But this is not rap. I think they consider themselves an indie band, and I can definitely see that because their sound is sort of like that. I guess that, like, I know I said earlier on, it's kind of hard for me to come up with a visual of what I would, like, associate with Varsity, but I'd say that in my mind, whenever I listen to a Varsity song, what it feels like to me is the type of song that you would listen to, like, driving down a long road with really flat fields on both sides of you and no other cars around, and like you're in a convertible and the top's down, just like the wind's hitting you and everything. That's kind of how I imagine the prime Varsity listening experience would be. The lead singer of Varsity has a really like nice voice. Her voice is kind of, I can't really think of a good way to describe it exactly. I want to say flowery, but that's not really accurate. Just like a light, flowy voice that just fits really well with all the songs and just sounds good along with all the instruments. All of the people who play instruments in Varsity all do very good jobs of it. All of it flows together very well, and just overall these songs are very well made. And I would suggest take a listen beforehand because I don't really know who else to compare them to exactly, but I'm pretty sure all their stuff is on streaming services. I mean, you can find it on Bandcamp easily and take a listen there if you want to before buying a physical version. Or, well, you can't really buy a physical version of this, but buying a digital version of this or a physical version of their other music. I definitely suggest taking a listen, but if it is the type of music that you like, I definitely would say that it is some music to buy and to keep with you. It's one of the, I believe that I have this on my phone. I might not, though. I know that I have Varsity songs on my phone, though, in my like personal collection of music. So yeah, check them out. I think they're really cool. This is a good CD from them. And I have more reviews on some cassettes that I bought from them on the way. Also, I have a review of a cassette from the opener when they were at my college in Emily, and a bunch of other. I actually have even more cassettes than that to review. I know you guys really seem to like the cassette reviews even more than the CD reviews. And I also have tons of more CD reviews to do, and actually even a couple of vinyl reviews. I don't really like vinyl that much, but I do have a few vinyls to review. So I've got a lot of reviews on the way. Definitely been trying to like schedule my time better to do more YouTube videos and streams and stuff, and I think people have been enjoying that. So thanks for watching. Make sure to, subscribe and all that stuff if you haven't. I always forget to say that at the end of videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.